Well, Ali, last pool round of the LV Cup and a massive fixture up at Worcester Warriors, whatever the outcome come Friday night.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, hopefully we've got something riding on it, and in which case, we've got to attack the game and try and, get out the pool. That will be our objective. But equally, if there's nothing riding on it in that sense, there certainly is a big preparation in going into the Premiership block. That we always say, Premiership's where we're judged, and we've obviously got to build nicely into what is 4 tough fixtures coming up.
In terms of it, we've seen again, you've used the LV Cup to the full, utilised the squad, but really honed and blooded some of the young players, but given experienced guys a lot of game time.
Yeah, we have. We've done it a little bit different this time round, because some of the guys did need a bit of a break at the start, so we've tried to manage on an individual basis, but equally now we're certainly building in towards the Premiership. It's great to see the young kids coming through. They're doing a real good job in the academies, going fantastically well at the minute, and they're producing good quality players. We've got there's still a lot of work for those guys to do, so that's important, but it's an exciting period no matter what, whether it is you running with your first team or whether you're blooding some young guys. It's really exciting to see what happens.
In terms of Worcester, they've not had the best of seasons, but they'll look for any kind of spark to kick-start their season, and that could come from a game against us at the weekend. Yeah,
well, they'll certainly be building again, like we are, into the Premiership block. So we know it's going to be a tough ask. It's really it's one of the toughest places to go. We've managed to nick a win the last couple of times we've been there, but it's been in the dying seconds, so it's going to take a hell of a performance to get a good result.
In terms of it though, you'll obviously look to strengthen your own side and give guys game time going into what you say is a massive Premiership block, so changes again, but it will be strong. Yeah,
we're going to be we're going to be strong. We've worked on a lot of things behind the scenes, so it's trying to bring those things to the fore, and also start us off on a good platform for this next run of games. So it's going to be a big game no matter what, whether there's something riding on it or not.
Last 2 weeks have brought wins, but before that the results weren't necessarily coming what the performances were saying. You were keeping upbeat throughout that period.
Yeah, certainly were. We knew we were there or thereabouts. Equally, we still could have driven in a couple of those wins with a bit of desire and a bit of a bit of extra fight. And it's something we've worked on over this period. So hopefully we'll come out of it stronger and more battle, looking for that. And be desperate for the win, because ultimately performances are great and we do judge that, but equally you've got to bang in the wins, and that's going to be important coming up.
The last week we've seen a few boys away on international duty, lads with the Saxons. I know you were really pleased with some of the performances there. Potentially this weekend Jack Noel making his England debut. As backs coach, you must take a lot of pleasure from things like that.
Yeah, it's brilliant to see. I mean, Jack, all those guys, they're characters in their own individual ways, but equally the common theme is they're all grafters, they're all hard workers, and they're getting the rewards for all that hard work. Jack has always prepared meticulously. He goes onto the field, knowing his game, what he needs to do. He then obviously puts in those performances. He's a rounded player. There's not many weaknesses within his game, and he certainly can add to any team. So it'll be exciting to see him. But equally, the other guys, they've got to keep pushing as well, because they're not too far away. But it's an exciting period for us. Seeing it's great. We obviously help him along the way and guide them, but as I say, the main thing with all those guys is their drive from within, and you can see it coming through in their performances.
Last weekend we saw the likes of Badilli, Hendrickson, Townsend all make their first starts. These guys in the colleges now can see a growth right through, and obviously Jack is probably the leading light at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. It needs to be that way. It's important. Link up. It gives them a route through, whereas previously they may have left the region. Now they can see they can perform, right in the top 6 of the Premiership with us, and it gives them a platform to go on and do as much as they can internationally. So that's fantastic for us. It's great for them. having those guys around and them improving as a result of that international experience is going to drive the whole squad as much as anything. And they're lucky they've been in with a group of guys that have set the tone. You know, a lot of leaders that have been here right from back in the Championship that are still here driving the culture. It's helped them. You know, it's contributed towards their character and how they are, and they know that it's pretty simple. They have to work hard to get anything out of it, and they're doing that now.
Yeah, thanks, Sam.